All right, hi. Welcome to the Backlog Benchmark, episode 52. We are Friday, August 29th, and we have a improvised lineup, I guess is the best word. I almost choked because I have friends streaming tonight, and if I'm being honest, I would rather watch them than stream. But at the same time, I was really curious about those specific games here that we have on the lineup. Except this one, I was not curious because I played it. I just included it because it's kind of like you could say that it's tradition at this point. I don't know how many times I've done that, but if you go back and watch some of the episodes that landed on Friday, many Friday episodes contain a Where's Waldo type of game and a dating FMV. The reason being, I love those type of game, and at the end of the week, sometimes you're tired. Like my friend was telling me earlier, Billy was saying like, "Oh man, I'm tired. I try to play Path of Exile, but I'm tired. You know, not feeling it right now." So sometimes you're just tired, right? And at the end of the week, at the end of the day, if you game all day, you need to switch to something smooth, something less intensive, right? So that's why I love those type of game. Path of Exile 2 is free this weekend. Eventually it's supposed to be free, so I'm taking the opportunity to play it while it's free. I saw Asmongold talking about it this week and promoting it, like playing it himself today. My friend Billy talked about it. He was like, "Hey, I played it," and so like I cannot avoid it, even though I haven't played the first one in super long. And when I played it, I barely touched it. Like I tried it real quickly. I don't know why I fell off. I remember liking it, but for some reason I think I was playing something else and I just kept playing other things. And it happens often, right? Sometimes game hooks you. A game is really cool, it was really good, but for some reason you're playing something else, or you end up trying a bunch of stuff and you click with something else that you think you're gonna finish, and then you finish that other thing, but like you end up, you know, not touching the thing that you wanted to. Like five things you wanted to play, but you played one. So also, House of the Dead, I bought that last month, like 2, 3 weeks ago. I don't remember exactly when, and I was super excited to try it. It's a remake of the first one, House of the Dead. I think the reception was kind of mixed in the store. I don't remember exactly, but that's also kind of relaxing type of, like, just it's a gallery shooting type of game. So I like that. Shooting racing world, CrossWorld open network tests. That's a mouthful. I'm gonna try that again. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds open network test. The open network test part is because this is kind of like a play test, basically. I signed up for it. I had like 3 invite. I think I sent the 3 invite to my friends already. I might still have 1, I'm not sure. So if you're interested, give me a notice, like let me know in a DM or something. I'll try to, give you access. But I think you can just like request it easily by going to the page of the game. But yeah, another type of Mario Kart racing game, I think. This one with Sonic characters stuff, so could be interesting. I think I've tried one in the past on my Wii U, and I bought it again on Steam. On Steam, actually, I think I have like 2 of the Sonic racing. Sonic Race. There's only one Sonic Racing, but it's called All-Star Racing Tournament Collection. If I go in Mario Kart, there is All-Star Racing here, All-Star Racing Transform Collection. So I have 2, right? By the way, I don't know if I told you guys. I'm sure I mentioned it at least once or twice, but my God, kart racers, I'm thinking about reinstalling the game. I beat it on what is the equivalent in Mario Kart of like 100cc, I guess. I beat like the regular difficulty for all of the tracks, all of the cups, but there's a slower, like easier uh, difficulty, and there's a higher difficulty, and I kind of just want to go and install it and almost like play this easier difficulty, so I can then go beat the hard difficulty and like 100% again. I really like it. It's legit a good Mario Kart clone, and I don't have Mario Kart anymore, so sometimes I miss Mario Kart 8. I'll probably never gonna play Mario Kart 8 ever again, like ever. I really doubt it. So I'm happy to have that. But this one we have like right now, the Sonic thing, I think it's gonna possibly be a cool one. Possible replacement, and this game comes out in like about a month. So that's one of the reasons why we're featuring it today on the show. Speaking of the show, what are we guys doing here tonight? Right? Every day, almost every day, we try to sit down and we have 5 games and we try to figure out what are those games. What type of games are they? And are any of them any good? Like, should we play them or should we leave them in obscurity and in our backlog without ever considering touching them ever again? Maybe they should have stayed in our backlog, right? That's the whole point of the show, right? Try to define what the games are, and am I gonna pick up any of them? The stats wise, we've benchmarked 255 games already, guys. We just with the 50 episode here, 50th episode, we branched the 250 games, and of all of those games, there's 60 that we finished. Very few games that we featured yet on the show were games that we've already played or beaten in the past, like a few of them. Like recently, the milestone of the 50th episode, we did Terraria and the Valheim, that technically, even though there is no end to the game, we technically kind of beat them. We played like over 1,000 hours of Valheim and over 3,000 hours of Terraria officially on Steam, so that gives you an idea. Like obviously we beat them, but most of the other games were games that I never played before, and we beat 60 of them. Pretty fucking good, given that I'm not working right now, because it's impossible to get a job in Canada in 2025. Literally impossible. Don't even go to Tim Horton, there's like 100 person making the line, and they're only hiring Indians. I'm not making shit up. So I have a lot of free times, right? And with a lot of free times, I beat 60 of those games. And we started this in July, we were already like a month in. So I think we started like mid-June, or maybe a month before, maybe in May. But I think we started in June, if I recall correctly. Actually, it's easy to verify. What am I saying? It's very easy to verify. We started this project 16th of June. I'm sorry, June 2025. So like I said, June, July, we already month end, and now we're 2 months starting a 4th month of backlogs. Defeating the backlogs, guys. You guys have games. You have too many games. I'm sure you have plenty of games that you haven't played. So hop in, guys, and come with me. I'm gonna try to check them out, and who knows, we might find something worth playing. Speaking of worth playing, we're gonna start with this one tonight. I don't think I've ever started with one of those. I played that recently because sometimes there's, it goes by waves, you could say. There's days where I really feel like, oh, I want to play. At the end of the day, when I've played a bunch of games or I've done a bunch of works and I just want to relax and play something that my brain doesn't need too much power, I play those type of, like, just find 100 cats, because it's very easy, and it's almost like counting sheeps before going to bed. When we were kids, we were saying that there was this like supposedly method to fall asleep. You're counting sheep and then you go to bed. Well, I literally do that sometimes when it's sheeps. I don't think I have like more than one games, if I even have one with sheeps. I know I have one with rams, but most of the time it's cats or dogs. And in this one, you have 10 levels. Pretty good for in terms of content for those type of game. Usually there's like 1-2 levels. If you're lucky, they could be like 5 or 6, but most of the time it's all like 1 or 2. And those games are also super cheap, like $1 or $2, 50 cents, often on special. So like it's cheap type of entertainment. I was about to say it on French, divertissement, which would have sound really weird in English if you ask me. But yeah, also there's cool features, like in each stages you have a cat that you need to find. Well, you need to find you if you want the achievement, I'm guessing, right? You don't have to. The goal is to find all the animals in each stage, and you also have 5 gems hidden in each stages. So let's try this one here. It's all a bunch of chameleon. Wait, we've done this one already? Oh yeah, this one is done already. There's only 2 left. Let's try the dogs. So we have a bunch of dogs. So there's goods and bad with this one. When I played it, I expected like a 4-star, right? Because I saw it was in color, and let me tell you, it doesn't look like much. But in these types of games, like the Where's Waldo type, there's a lot of games that are just black and white, or 2 taints of color, because sometimes it's not just black and white. It could be like, I don't know, brown yellow with another type of brown yellow, but like darker. Like it's like very simple thing. Like and sometimes they are being colored as you find a bunch of stuff. Like let's say to like tell you, like in that section of the map, so to speak, in that section of the board, you found everything. Don't look anymore here. You can go look, spend your attention elsewhere, which is cool, honestly. Can I score? Also, sometimes there's hidden stuff in those games. So like I might click at some weird places, and it might actually be a good thing sometimes. You would think it's just a mistake, but no, there's stuff to find. So yeah, this one I like a lot. Okay, just because it's in color, I was expecting it to be very good, and at first I was a bit disappointed. And the reason why I was disappointed was there's no zoom. So I don't know, if you have a very small screen, I feel like that's kind of like a big deal. And because of that, I think I'm most likely not going to give it like a 5-star. Like I want to give it a 5-star. Personally, in a sense, it's kind of a 5-star. It's like an exceptionally good one. It's really cool. Like they're kind of hidden. At some point, it gets to a point where you feel like you found all of them, but there's always like a few missing, and it's just hard enough. It's not too hard. You can find them. Like I said, the big problem with this game mostly is the fact that there's no zoom. And also, you're gonna laugh at me, but like at first I was kind of confused, because I was like, sometimes you not all the time, but often you can use the arrow keys or ASW to like move around, right? Especially when you zoom in, right? But in this game, it's not a feature. Okay, so how many? 5. We've already found the cat. We found all of the gems. And there's one more. 5 more to find. And sometimes it might be just because I saw it, but I forgot to click on it. And if I can just notice that there's no white. Like this one, I didn't saw, actually, this one. But sometimes you see it and you just forget to click on it. Ooh, here's one. It's 3 more, right? So yeah, I love those games. Like honestly, I really, really, really love those games. And I was saying a lot, and I'm gonna try to not repeat it too many times today. From episode 50 to 100 and beyond, we're gonna try to focus on defining certain games, certain game-like, right? So we're gonna try to feature a bunch of games that we're gonna later reference episodes too and be like, oh, go back to episode 75. We've played that, and we have like 5 of them. So it's gonna give you a really good example of like what that type of game is. So if you like that type of game, well, you know, whenever I talk about those, you're gonna be able to judge it based on, you know, how we judge those that day, right? So yeah, this one, Where's Waldo? I was saying that because I'm thinking, I don't know how I'm gonna present to you a Where's Waldo. I don't think there's a Where's Waldo on Steam or anywhere like that. I would kind of need to use the old ROM. Like I would need to basically start showcasing games on emulator, and if I go down that rabbit hole, I would start featuring all of the freaking game that exists forever, and I don't know if I don't want to start streaming emulator games on this project, because I used to stream a bunch of games on emulator. I didn't care back in the day, and I still don't care, you know, having and playing games on emulator. I don't think it's a crime, even though some would argue it is. Oh, how dare you? It's like, yeah, how dare are you stupid enough to think that it's a good idea to leave the conservation, you know, of those games to the preservation, I think is the better word in English. The preservation of those games, like you want to trust the company that just want to make money? No, dude, if it was up to them, we would have lost a bunch of games already that we somehow saved because people cared enough to salvage those ROM and to store them and to share them. So like, no, I'm definitely not a guy who's against simulation. The only time I would say that I'm against simulation is like, do you have a legal way to play the game? Can you buy the game right now? If so, then why don't you? Because like, if you can't buy it, then go on and buy it and play it legally. But if you can't, then who's hurt? You know, the problem that we have today in our society, and I don't want to go on a tangent, political tangent, when I'm trying to do the backlog benchmark here, but it's like, oh my god, I didn't even want to. Where was I going with that? I lost my ID, and it's a good ID. It's a good thing. It's probably a good thing that I lost my ID. Okay, there's one dog. Do you guys see it? Also, in those games, those type of games, usually there's a hint system. Just one dog, come on. I bet if I had some viewers right now, it would be like, right there, bro. I don't see it. I must have missed it. Maybe it's one of those that's like hidden. I need to click on some stupid thing that I haven't figured out that I need to click on. Like a door. Ooh. Okay, but it doesn't do anything. I don't even see an achievement. That's weird. Well, I don't see it. So, well, I'll showcase what a hint look like. Boing, what it looks like. Oh, it's right in my face, bro. The dog was right there. So yeah. Where's Waldo? Eating Object games. Pretty dope. Personally, I love those. I don't think it's for everyone. I don't think I think it's either for very, very young people or very old people. I think it's the kind of game that doesn't. When I was 20 years old, I don't think I would have been like, ooh, I want to play those games, man. Bring me some Where's Waldo type of game right now. I'm craving. But now in 2025, yeah, I play those. I love those. This one was freaking great too. So that's why we featured it on the show today, because, you know, this one or another. I could have picked one that I haven't played, or one that I bought like today, because I actually bought one about dogs. There's a series called, I commissioned some. I commissioned some bees, I commissioned some bunnies, I commissioned some cats, and this one was I commissioned some dogs, and I was like, ooh, it's on sale. Let's get some dogs. Or is it the one that I bought? It's one of them that I bought. Give me a second to be sure. I commissioned some dogs. Yeah, that's the one I bought. I commissioned some dogs. So I could have featured that one, but I don't feel like playing that one right now. So why install it and playing it when I don't feel like it, while this one is already installed and I already played it and almost finished it. And so therefore there's still some gameplay to showcase the game to you guys, to like what it is and is it any good. Speaking of what it is, what is it? Oops, it's the planning. Here it's supposed to be white, like that. There you go. Boom. The one we played first. Oh my god. You know what? For once we're gonna try to respect. I'm tired, I'm lazy, I'm gonna try to respect the order, so I don't have to think about which games we play next, and I don't have to reorder anything in that. Not that it's a big deal. Boom, like that. Okay. So, right. So those games. Path of Exile is free. Technically, it's free this weekend. Highly encourage you do what I did and install it and try it out. Well, I haven't tried it out yet, but I'm looking forward to try it out. Right? I'm expecting a lot of things for this one. Eden Wings, like I said, I was expecting a good game. For that type of game, when I saw it was in color, I was like, ooh. So I was kind of disappointed when I saw that you didn't have a zoom functionality. That was very disappointing, because if it had a zoom functionality, it would be a 5 out of 5. No hesitation. I would be like, highly recommend, dude. If you want one of those Where's Waldo game, Hidden Wings and Paws is freaking good. But unfortunately, officially, objectively speaking, I do not think it deserves 5, because if you have a small screen, if you played it like on a very small monitor, or I don't know if you could play that on your phone somehow, but you know what I mean, like the fact that there's no zoom is a big deal. At least to me, it's a big deal for those type of game. It's like, why? I mean, very few games like that that I can think of don't have zoom. I'm sure there's some others that are kind of good or whatever that don't have a zoom, but like there's one I can think of right now, that one of my favorite one actually, and I'm thinking, was there a zoom function in this one? I feel like it probably did, because like that's so rare that I would have noticed. You know what I mean? Like because that one I did notice. That's why I'm taking 1 point away from it and just give it rating it at 4. For what it is here, also I'm gonna give it a heart for sure. I had a good time. I picked that randomly this week, and I haven't played it like 2 or 3 days, but when I picked it up the other day, I had a good time with it. And I actually thought, like, I'm gonna try to feature it on the benchmark before I finish the game. While I'm playing it, right, I can like complete one of those random improvised lineup like I did tonight. Controller support, bro. Controllers are not supported. Dude, I completely forgot. This is definitely not the type of game I would play personally with a controller. Although, I mean, maybe sometimes, especially if your wrist hurts or something. I'm gonna try it again real quick just to see what happened. Let's see with Steam inputs. controller. Steam inputs enable. Yeah, with Steam inputs, you have like the default, your controller becomes a mouse, right? So like the joystick that usually, the right joystick for the camera becomes the mouse, you know, cursor. And usually it's like press L and R trigger, which is exactly what happened. So it's not like it's special, it's just that it's like it's the default Steam inputs, like, yeah. Okay, so I guess Steam inputs support shit. You know, we'll add it, we'll make sure it's noted. Why is my phone there? Okay, there we go. Okay, so Steam inputs, I guess. Don't play that with a Steam input, just play it with a mouse. Like, what are you doing? Play extensively. It's not, I haven't finished it, but like, there's like one board, and I'm gonna play it tonight, most likely. Just because I feel like, you know, finishing it, and I like, there's like a little rush of dopamine whenever you finish a game, right? So it's just a feel-good feeling to like, oh yeah, I know this one I can finish. And it's often one of the reasons why we picked up games. And it's also how I decided to use this method to solve the problem of like how to fix the backlog, because the backlog comes from the fact that we have no experience with the games. They're just standing there on our library, virtual library, on the shelves, or virtual shelves. You know, it's all in our head. It's all, you know, made of stuff. But it's because we haven't played them. We don't have experience with them. Now I have 256 games that I have experience with, for sure, that are completely classified, that are presented, recorded, that I put the video on YouTube, Rumble, and everything. I streamed it live on Twitch. So like all of that is like catalog, and so like, and because I've done that, weirdly enough, all of those games now are don't have the same status in my head, right? Because now they're not in the backlog. They're not unplayed. They're not new. It's not like I've never played that. No, I actually did. Even if it was 15 minutes on stream and I was half paying attention because I was talking at the same time, I did play those games. You get the point. And because of that, it, you know, it gave me the taste of like what it was. And that's why we have 60 of them finished. Kind of works like that. Give me a second here. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, eating Paws. Difficulty, very casual. It is very easy by default, and also you have a hint system. So if you could ever not find the thing, it's gonna find itself. So yeah. Emergent, puzzle, God perspective, solo. Weirdly, like I said, controller support. You don't see that often. And all right, that's about it. That's 1 down out of 5. All right, guys, let's go. So, next one would be House of the Dead. So I remember playing this. I think a lot of people discovered that on arcade back in the days. I didn't play it in the arcade. I played that personally for the first time on Wii, I think. And it was great because the Wii had, the system had, the controller that allowed you to basically have like a light gun all the time, because it was that virtual mouse, right? And let me stop the music here because we want to hear the game. There we go. Having trouble in the game can help. Okay, that's just like a hint. They're giving you tips. So yeah, I've never played the original House of the Dead in the arcade, but I played it on a compilation on Wii, I think. The first one was not really great on the compilation. It was kind of like, it didn't age super well, but it was still cool. I think I played more of the second one. And on Wii there was also, I think, Overkill, I think it was Kill. Yeah, Overkill. That one was really, really good. But yeah. I guess there is controller support somehow. I don't know why you would play that with a controller, because you want to play with a mouse. Seriously. Welcome to the House of the Dead Remake. There are many ways to play the game, so make sure to review all the options and create a session that suits you best. Okay. Difficulty level. I know those games are hard. Also, there's two modes. There's hard and there's the original. We're gonna play the original, right? Because why wouldn't we? Classic, multiplayer. Also, yeah, I was saying it's hard, so let's play it on easy. It's weird that you can play with a controller. I'm kind of scared to even try, but I'll try before I switch to the mouse. Just for you guys. Just for the sake of testing, right? Shoot when ready. I press A. I hope A is not shoot, because I want to shoot with A. Okay, is the game loud? Okay, I think the game is loud. It's just me. Okay. Also, the game is kind of small, but at the same time, you guys can see it pretty well. So I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, so you can play with the controller. It feels a bit weird, but I guess you can do that. Oops. Okay, the game is pretty cool so far. I'm not sure why the reviews were kind of like somewhat mixed. Let me play with the mouse instead. Oh. Right now the controls are locked to the controller. I cannot like just switch, which is really weird. Usually you can switch from controller to mouse and keyboard if you want to. But I guess it's meant so that if you want to play with a second player, right? Maybe if I press enter or something, I can like continue with a second player. I don't know. No. Doesn't look like I can do anything with the mouse. Well, I hope. I sure didn't save the guy because I was like incapable of reloading apparently. But yeah, what is this? Well, it's clearly a gallery shooter. And right now, I was thinking about that too before the show. Right now in my Steam library and in the system, the benchmark result sheet, what I have basically is Ghost Squad as a benchmark, right? But I don't have Ghost Squad on PC, and not everybody know what Ghost Squad is, but I think almost everyone, like almost, right? Obviously not everyone, but a lot of old school player know what House of the Dead is. So I think it's more appropriate to use as a comparison than Ghost Squad, so I'm thinking about changing it to House of the Dead. And in that sense, guys, I'm presenting to you, this is House of the Dead. You got a bunch of situation like that where even though you're not controlling the camera and the movement, so to speak, right? You're kind of like on a rail. You're still in control of the cursor. So is it third person? Is it first person? It's arguable. It's like a mixed type of view, right? I'll base what I'm gonna say on knowledge of the genre, right? So there are games like these where you have a character and the character, like you see like the gun and you see like the hands and stuff. So it is technically first person view. It's just that you don't control the movement, you just control some of the movement, which is what matters, which is the action itself. And because it's not like giving orders, that's why I think I classified it as immersive instead of God perspective. Oh, I think I could have go up, but because I waited too long to destroy the barricade, I'm going to go on another different path, maybe. I think that's what happened there. Oh, shit. Damn. Okay, it's weird to say, but doesn't the controller that badly with a controller? I thought controller would be absolutely awful, but I mean, I can kind of defend myself. It would be better with a mouse, though. Almost certainly. Not almost, like, for real, I'm... So, like, that's the one thing I'm scared of. I really hope that it's not forced to controller, because that would be stupid. Oh yeah. Graphics are pretty good. Not like incredible, but like decent. It really does the job. Oh, that was something. I loved it. Damn. Oh shit, he's still alive.
That voice.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of like the The one I had on Wii, good old days. I miss my Wii sometimes, I gotta say. I miss my Wii, my Wii U, whatever. I miss the ability to play with that virtual mouse and just shoot things with like a light gun. It's just, it feels good. Is there like a weak point somewhere? Oh, okay, I see. Okay, playing with the controller is not the worst. Okay, maybe if I press A, you know what? A for shoot is not the worst. Oh, I know. The problem is like I need to shoot the rest because I'm shooting the bones and the bones don't have any meats, any sensible nerves or anything. So like I guess that's why it doesn't do any damage anymore. Oh yeah, that's, you need to think a bit, like you gotta just like shoot without thinking. All right. What I think about it. Oh, I didn't want to do next chapter. Sorry. No. Hey, stop. Actually, I kind of want to keep playing if I'm being honest, because it's kind of good. But I'll play some more later. Was fun. I love those kind of games. I really love gallery shooting games in general. Some of them, like House of the Dead, the original on Wii, like I said earlier, I remember having that one. I don't think I've beat the whole game. Like there was a bunch of different settings. I don't recall if I managed to beat it. I know I tried. I might have beaten it. I'm not entirely sure. That gives you an idea. I'm pretty sure I beat the second one, and I'm pretty sure I beat Overkill over and over. That one was so freaking good. But yeah, this one, the remake of the first one, I didn't even recognize the first one, to be honest. But maybe it's because, like I said, the one I had was not actually the first one. It was actually the second one, and maybe the other game was not even the first one. It was something else. I don't know. I thought it was the first and second one. I would have to research it to be sure. Anyway, oh, I forgot to put the music. Give me a second, guys. Here we go. Music. Where's the sheet? So, got this here, the House of the Dead remake. I was not expecting much. The reviews, I think, if we go check real quick, I think the reviews are mixed or negative, mixed. So there's a bunch of people who didn't like it that much. At first it was mostly positive for like 1,000 of reviews, but the recent 163 reviews are kind of mixed. So there's people who don't like some things, that notice some problems with the game, I guess. Apparently it crashes when you try to play online with other people, so I guess there's that. Okay. So some features are kind of broken, but if I don't play it with other people, maybe I'll be fine. I think that's why I bought it anyway. Regardless, so the game is not perfect, right? I don't think I would have given it a 5 anyway, but I was not expecting much, because I like House of the Dead, the one that I think I played on Wii. I'm pretty sure it was the original one and the second one. And I liked it, but it was kind of rough a bit, you know, like it was not polished, I want to say. Like, it didn't age super well, but it was still solid gameplay. This one also feels like that. Like, it feels like it's a remake, so it should be kind of like visually more impressive, which I think it is. But it still has, I feel like it's almost on purpose that they kind of give that kind of clunky look a little bit, to kind of keep it like the original was, I feel. So I kind of appreciate that instead of holding that against them. But I don't think the game is that impressive, like, ooh, it's a 5-star or something. And like I said, the reviews clearly gives a mixed bag type of reviews. So I'll go with the Steam. Okay, people are positive. I think officially it's probably closer to a 3 than a 4. I don't think it's for everyone. I personally love those games a lot, but I'm pretty sure it's not for everyone. Like everything, right? There's things that people prefer, and people sometimes prefer completely opposite. Like I said, objectively, like subjectively, I should say. Subjectively, for me, it's like a good 4, if not a 5. Like, I had a really good time with that, and I think I'm gonna keep playing it more, and I'm gonna have a good time. I feel like I'm gonna have a good time. Like, if it's the same experience that I just had there, for me it's almost a 5 out of 5. It was great. I had a good time. I wanted to keep playing. Speaking of, did I like it? Yes, I'm definitely not indifferent, and it's not poop. Gallery shooter, Ghost Squad. I think I'm gonna go and do that right now. Okay, guys, I'm gonna fix things right now. Ghost Squad. Ghost Squad. We have 4 of them. Well, those Ghost Squad should be, is it House of the Dead or The House of the Dead? The House. Also, it's all capitalized. The House of the Dead. I hit the, okay, there we go. House of the Dead. So we're gonna fix that right now. We had 4 of them apparently. Not this, the result here. So let me fix this one right away. So it's a bit circular to say that House of the Dead is like House of the Dead. But it's also why it is a benchmark. It is a standard. It is like a model that we refer to every time we want to talk about what a gallery shooter is. It's exactly what I just showed you guys. It's a game where you go and you control only the cursor, the camera, the movement is all up to some script, right? But sometimes, depending on the action, depending on what you shoot, you can shoot like a door, let's say, and if you destroy the door enough, the door crumbles and you can get through, and that opens a new path, and suddenly you're not going left, you're going right. And next time you play, if you don't want to go through that door, you don't shoot the door and you go left instead of right. And it's that kind of game. Honestly, I personally, like I said, I love that. I don't think it's for everyone. It's very arcade, action intensive, and it's also focused on scoring more than anything, right? It's all about the score. Like, how many points, how many times did you shoot them in the head, for instance. Also, we had a full controller support, I'm pretty sure. Let's verify, just make sure. Also, I'm gonna close that window. Let's go. That property controller. Generic controller is not even enabled by default. Oh my god. So the developer decided to set all of the controller are set by developer, except the generic one. And yet somehow I was lucky enough that mine basically is often recognized as an Xbox. Not often, not always, but often, like very often. It's just considered being like an Xbox because that X input. But yeah, so pretty cool though. So it means that we have full controller support. No, it means that we don't have. It means that we have it because it's enabled by the developer. So, but it's not. It's that's the part that's weird, right? My controller specifically is not enabled. So I guess it does have full controller support. Do you follow my train of? I'm okay. In my book, guys, this game has full controller support. My controller is not recognized, is not set to Steam input by default, and yet it worked perfectly fine. So I don't know. It's kind of like maybe a mixed bag. Maybe there's some sort of weird Steam bug there, but we'll take it. Anyway, tonight, as always, all of the games will be briefly played by the end of the day, right? The only one that was already played extensively was Eden Wings and Paws, but all the other ones are completely new. Oh, I didn't do Trilogy of the Moon Hero is going to be traveling, right? Because it's a storytelling. It's just a matter of getting there. Okay, so House of the Dead difficulty. Was there a difficulty settings anywhere? Maybe if I go in the option, maybe it's just like a general difficulty settings that is hidden inside the option menu, like the good old days. Because it's kind of also like an old titles, right? So it might have used those kind of like conventions. But if not, and even if I'll even if it was balanced, right? Even if there's like a way to give you a bunch of extra credit or lower the difficulty in some ways, so I might, if it's such the case, I will discover it because I very much intend on playing more of that. And if that's the case, I might change it to balance, especially if there's like some sort of like infinite continue or like something ridiculous that kind of like make it like super cheesy easy. But in general, for what I remember, at least of the Wii version, the one that I've played that I remember, like I said multiple times already, I'm pretty sure it was the first one. I said it enough, I need to verify. House of the Dead Wish images. Okay, that's overkill. Show me the other one. That's not it. Oh, exactly. Okay, so I think it was that one. No, is it that one? So if it's that one, I guess it would be 2 and 3, but I feel like that's not the cover. But this cover says 2 and 3, which would imply that... the problem is? The problem is I'm using Brave right now. Let me open Google. I don't use Google anymore, but for searches, I bet you I will find the cover I'm looking for, which, like I said, I am almost certain it is not that cover. Huh. That easy. I was talking about Ghost Squad. For me, that's the reference. Whenever I think about House of the Dead and those gallery shooting thing, I think about Ghost Squad. It's one of my favorite game on the Wii, period. But I'm pretty sure that's not the cover of the game that I remember. Why can't I find it? Is it because I remember it wrong? Or is it because that's not the cover and I'm not crazy? That's overkill too. Well, I cannot find it now, even with... So my best guess is to say that the reason why I don't remember House of the Dead 1, like the way when I played it earlier, it's because the one I had was 2 and 3 Return, which was, I guess, some sort of like, not necessarily a remake, but maybe remaster, right? Refurbished sort of version of the original. House of the Dead 2 and 3 Return. Okay, G's file. Huh. The more I look at it, the more I feel like I just remember it wrong. For some reason, I don't remember that cover one bit. That cover looks foreign to me. I'm not even making this shit up. I'm like, what the fuck? I remember having both games, but I don't remember that cover. Another here with Ghost Squad. Basically, okay, I would put Dead Space. I would put Dead Space here. Dead Space and the classic that I remember, which I keep saying it's not that cover, for fuck's sake. I don't remember that goddamn cover. There must have been maybe a regional cover for Canada. I don't know. That's the best explanation I can think of. Oh, the Conduit, that was a good game. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop. I'll do my research at some other point. That almost looked the most hardcore House of the Dead overkill. No, that's not over. Why is this the image though? This image is almost it. I remember that game. Okay, I'm gonna say the one that I played must have been 2 and 3, and I just don't remember the cover, or I had a different cover here in Canada for some weird reason. Case closed. Okay, guys, for now, case closed. We're gonna come back to it. Let's go check Path of Exile, right? I think we were done with the game, right? The only thing left was the difficulty, and I think I said challenging. Yeah, those games are definitely challenging. The one on Wii that I remember, I guess 2 and 3, you had options to like give more credit, but even with the lower difficulty and the most credit, I think I beat it, but I wouldn't bet money on it, right? I'm not 100% sure I beat it. But I remember it was super duper hard. Like even with the craziest setting to like put all of the chances on my side, it was still almost impossible. So that's why I put it at challenging, if not literally hardcore in a sense, because the game is super quick. If you don't have the reflexes, you're just gonna get destroyed. So man, the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, it's hardcore. Yeah, it's hardcore. I'm gonna put it as hardcore. It is hardcore. Your credit are gonna burn super quick if you don't react quickly enough. The game is super challenging to the point where I would call it hardcore. Okay, enough talk. Benchmark, Path of Exile. Are we ready? I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I see 3 people played it or something. It says should have said 4 because
a relic of the old world. Ready your men, Captain.
or maybe it,
We will only get one chance. And remember, when you hear the whispers, call for
am I losing frames?
not attack.
No, I think maybe I lost frames during House of the Dead. Hopefully.
What do you think he was on about?
It's Dorman, right?
Yeah.
Then Dorman. Shut your damn mouth.
Shut your damn mouth. Yeah, I should do the same.
Hey, the kid's got a mean cleave. Give him a chance.
Quiet.
Alright. So I don't know why I'm mentioning it, but obviously has really nice cutscenes. Just because the game is free. I mean, it's not free, right? They're selling it right now. It's free this weekend, and the goal is that...
A mean cleave, eh, Captain? Rookie can't even lift his own sword. Captain Oren?
Oh, she's not laughing now, huh?
It's here. Rain! Send the signal!
What the fuck?
Rain!
I'm loving what I'm seeing right now.
On my back! Blade up!
Come on. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh, you're ready, alright. You look ready, bro.
It's a man.
No, it's not.
Uh-oh. Run.
Run!
Why did I knew? Is that supposed to be our character, the newbie? Rip. What are you expecting to accomplish, bro? Oh, shit. That's even more fucked up.
On your feet, lad.
Sir, the captain,
You'll be fine. Here.
What is this?
Distraction, I guess. What the fuck, bro?
Stop. Mortal. It can still be contained. You don't know what you have unleashed.
Your kind no longer control this world. We cannot destroy your body, it's true. But you will watch as we destroy everything you have built. Bind him! Feed. Grow, my child. I'll make sure you can eat your fill.
All right. So, I guess that's the introduction for you guys. Path of Exile 2. Yeah, I really need to give another chance to the first one before I play this one. But since we can play for free this weekend, it's kind of like a hot game right now. That's why we're covering it. What is it? Is it any good? Should we play it? That is the question. Those are the questions, I guess. I'm gonna try to figure out the answer to. It's loading. Maybe we're gonna have to wait in queue or something. I know as Mongol had to wait. Oh, I saw the thing change. My FPS drop. Yeah, it dropped again to 59. There's something slowing. I'm losing frames a bit, so I might have to check the settings. Settings here. Right, it recognized my graphic cards and stuff. If I was not playing on stream, it would probably run perfectly, but let's put it on medium. Sun shadow and stuff. Is it? I think it's low enough. Maybe, yeah. I'll lower the things a bit. Water details low. It's fine. Also, foreground FPS capture. Uh, 120, whatever you want to have frames per second. You don't need 100, more than 120. Especially not when I stream. When I don't stream, sure, but when I stream... Triple buffering, dynamic calling... Oh, we got one of those, huh? Well, I guess we got some activity in chat tonight. Ooh, wasn't expecting much. It's Friday. It's like the weekend. That's one of the reasons why I used to like literally not stream during the weekend, because there was like never anyone. Like, what's the point? Like, all the people that would possibly stop by just like go watch their big streamer, they waited all week to watch because it's finally the weekend. So that's why, you know, if you stream kind of full time all week, there's like times during the weekend where it's kind of like not worth it to even, like, especially Saturday night or like Sunday morning or Sunday night. Don't even try. Hey, what's up, Billy? How are you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. All right, you got here right on time to see this thing here. Hopefully that should help with the settings. Let's just see OBS. I'm gonna reset. Okay, login. I agree, which I haven't read, obviously.
Criminals! Your sentence is to be hanged from the neck until dead. Let your souls feed the first ones, and your bodies feed the land.
We are still losing frames anyway. I lowered pretty much everything to like medium or low, and we still are losing a bit. So we're probably not gonna spend too much time in this game tonight on stream, just because even with lower settings, apparently the game is very demanding. Choose your class. It doesn't say the name of the class. Here, okay, here it says, so this character here is Ranger, Warrior, Sorceress, Witch, Mercenary, Monk, Huntress. Wait. It's the same character for both, though. So if you pick the Huntress or you pick the Ranger, it gives you that girl. The hot girl here is the Sorceress. Got Witch. I know Asmongold went with Warrior. Damn, that doesn't sound fun. Have you ever, for real, like, it's not my business, but for real, like, you know, as a friend, have you ever considered changing your diet? Like, I mean, what you eat every day. Have you ever thought about try to change what you eat, because maybe that's the crap that you put in your body that makes you feel that way? Because I used to have pain in my wrist and everywhere, and at the end of the month, like last week when I was not streaming, I had pain in many of my articulation, and it's because of the food. It's because I was eating noodles and pasta and bread and all of that crap that's completely poison to us. So I don't know if you've ever thought about that, because I know you've worked, you know, manually a lot, and that's why you have pain, but naturally your body would heal. So I feel like if you could check, you know, what you eat. Character changes. What do you mean here? With the Huntress? Oh, after you choose the class, you can change your character. You're not stuck with the character. That's what you mean, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna make a choice. I want to maybe Sorceress or Witch. I'm not sure what they do exactly, but I like the idea of having maybe more like range without like playing Ranger, having more of a range build. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the. Oh yeah, okay. If I have more of explanation, the elements are mine to control. I know why lightning strikes, why fire burns, and why cold freezes. They do so because I command it. The vengeance of the Maraketh will find those who have transgressed, no matter where they run. Fire spell. Oh yeah. That sounds cool. Electric. Can you like boost yourself to go faster and shit? I want that. My name. Oh, if I click on oh okay, I see what you mean. Okay, if I click here. Oh. Oh. Actually the Huntress is kind of hot too. What does she do? Hit and run. Close in for the kill, then cover your retreat. Interesting. Blind them, bleed them, maim them. That sounds also pretty dope. I guess every class is gonna sound cool if I look at those little things. Harness the ferocity of the wild. Tame beast and whip up storm. She might be a better choice actually. I don't know. I was going with sorceress, I think, right? What is this? Rise of the Abyssal? I don't know what that is. This is the default path of Exile League. League? Oh, hardcore solo, hardcore standard. Come standard character. Hardcore League, move to the standard league. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna go with standard with the default thing. I'm not good with names. I always go with the names of the women I used to like, and that's not something I want to put here. Give me a name for a waifu. Samantha. How about that? That's so not original. You're a sorceress. What's your name? There we go. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This name already exists? Really? Are you serious? Lots of taken name. Ah, bro. How about that? Oh, come on! There's 2 R and 2 I. How can it be taken already? Success! She's called Mary, okay? I escaped somehow. Fuck y'all! Press Z to view all items. Alright, so what is it and is it any good? I think we already know that it's good without even having playing it because it's Path of Exile, right? Like, it was so good they decided to make a second one to make more money this time. Because they spent so many years, so much time. Select movement type. Oh. Personally, I like to move with ASDW, yeah.
They will suffer for this humiliation.
By the first ones, you're alive. I'm glad to see another living soul. The miller went off to warn Clearfell about a strange sickness plaguing our men. I was fixing to go after him, till that bloody thing got to me first. Now, all those who drowned in the flooding, suddenly they ain't so dead no more. I would appreciate it if you could... Reach Clearfell. Find the miller.
Death comes swiftly here. I should keep moving.
Okay. So, running is not with shift. I cannot go through there. There's like a barrier. Search for the miller in safety in Clearfell. What? Click here to open the menu. You're fighting the controls for now? Yeah, when you told me that, I was like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes like you want to play a game, but like there's so much to learn, or there's just too much action. You're just like, man, I'm tired. It's Friday night. Can I just like play something just like simple, relaxing, or some shit? Like, what does it have to be complicated? I don't want to learn shit. Inventory. Okay. Put that here. Cool, cool. Then you close. Ooh. Die, scum. Indeed. Right, I'm not using any mana for that. That's good. I can just use it, spam it forever. Nice, nice. Yeah. I don't know how we're gonna run, because I know we're supposed to be able to run in this version. Maybe I could check option. Inputs. How do you run? Oh boy. One, two. Roll, sprint, spacebar. Oh. Oh, you need to hold spacebar. I get it.
Power can hide where you least expect.
So, I used to be very unfamiliar with ARPGs, you know, those type of ARPGs specifically, because like you could argue there's different type of ARPGs, but what we usually refer to as a ARPG, right? Isometric top-down, it's like Diablo. I still haven't played the actual Diablo. Where am I going like that? I need to go back where exactly? I don't understand. What is this here? I don't want to see that. Can I like not see that? I don't care about your stupid chat. Shut up. Find clearing. Clear fell. Okay, find clear fell, not clearing. Skill gem. Press 1. Press I. Skill gem to pick it up. Okay. Then what? In the skill panel. The skill panel? Where? Where's the skill panel? Where's the skill panel? Billy, where's the skill panel? Where's the skill panel? I don't. G. Here? Oh. Oh. Thank you. Thank you, G. Yeah. Yeah, it was right in my face. I was just unable to read for some reason. Okay. Where is it set though? Oh wait, G. So this one, right, is fireball, and but like, how do I assign it? Is it passive, critical, cast time? But okay, I can like drag it basically. Oh, from here. Oh, okay, I can punch. Makes sense. Okay, cool. Thank you. That really helps. I was wondering. Okay. All right. So now what? Can I pass that barrier now? It was not here, right? It was up there. No, I Q.
Inspiring.
They wanted me to use it. They're like, yeah, you need to use it at least once. Checkpoint. Checkpoint replenish your health, mana, flask. If you die, you can respawn at the last active checkpoint, but beware, as monsters respawn with you. So I'm guessing it's like in Dark Souls and stuff, like whenever you hit the checkpoint, you get all your life back, but everything respawn instantly as well. So you kind of like, it's like a double-edged sword, right? You need to think about it. Okay. Search for the miller and find safety in Clarefield. I'm gonna keep playing just a little bit, right? To get a feel for it. Life is low. Press 1. But I think we know what it is. And is it good? It looks to be pretty damn good. And to be fair, I was kind of looking forward to play 1, but I was thinking about playing Titan Quest because Titan Quest 2 also came out, or at least reached like early access recently. Yeah, I think it's early access, in fact. So it's not completely released, but you can pay like $30 to have access to it. So it's kind of like, I pay to become a tester. Sure, bro. Like, you should pay me if you want me to test your game, but anyway. There's voiceover, everything. Graphically, the game is top notch. Right now, it is still a paid game, technically, in the sense that Path of Exile is not released yet, and as long as it's in early access and development, they are planning on keeping it priced at like, I don't know, 60. I don't know how much it is exactly, but it's actually quite pricey. And they're making probably a shit ton of money because people want to have access to it. It's like there's Hades too. Oh, shit. That's kind of like that. And I'm not paying $40 to pay Hades 2. I'm gonna buy it when it comes out and it's fully developed. It would be kind of cool though to participate in the development of it, but I feel like they're asking way too much for Hades 2. Am I losing frames? Because I had like some slowdown there. It's definitely a little slowdown. Okay, how many times can I cast it before it affects my goddamn mana? Okay, that was cool though. Alright, so we had a first sort of like little boss here. Click here, press P to allocate your skill point. Oh boy, okay, I'm glad we got to see this because this is like legendary. This is like everybody who knows Path of Exile or the reputation of Path of Exile know about this. Oh my goodness, bro. What the fuck? Holy jeez. My god, look at all these. Yeah. Skill trees, guys. Skill trees. You like your skill trees with a lot of options to build? You got some skill trees here. Damn, bro, look at all those branches. That's insane. Increase damage spell, yes. Energy shield. Let's go damage spell. How much points do I have? Only one, I guess. One unconfirmed passive skill change. That's it. How much points do I have? Apply points. Yes. Now my spells deals more damage. Cool, cool. Alright. I don't know how much time I spent on this already, but I'm probably getting, extended a little bit, but it's fine. It's a good game, right? And I think people want to see this. Encampment. There you go. That's where we were supposed to go. That was the mission. Success. But yeah, I'm not super enthusiastic into playing that much of it, in the sense that I hate starting something that I cannot finish, and there's no way I'm gonna buy the game right now. I bought a bunch of game today, but it was kind of cheap, and it was like, I buy games for like 50 cents. There was like a bundle of 2 games for 40 cents. I haven't seen something under 50 cents on Steam in ages, but I had like today 2 games in a bundle, and the bundle cost 40 cents. I was like, even if the games are garbage, 40 cents? Give me that. Give me that. So like, even though I bought some games today, I don't have the budget to buy this. And if I would buy something that like cost a lot of money, I would buy Stellar Blades. I don't know when I played that. Stellar Blade. It's like one of the first, if not the first episode. It's literally, oh my god, it's literally episode 1. since episode 1 I want to play Stellar Blade, because god damn, that game was good. It was so good. Like, I still want to buy it because, like, I want it. I want to play it, but I don't want to pay $100 for a game. That's insane. Are you crazy? Even if I was working and I felt like I had money, $100 to me is a bit much money. It's a lot. Okay, a lot. Yeah. So I'll continue this. Get full access. Hopefully it saves automatically, I believe. I mean, we played 30 minutes. I guess that includes the cutscene too, but yeah. Like I said, I knew I was gonna go over time with this one. I kind of knew. Oh boy, this is loud. But this is a game I really wanted to check out because, like I said, it's, you know, it's the hot game right now during the weekend, guys. You know, I had to make the advertisement for it to let you know if you didn't know already. I know Athmon Gold talked about it on his stream all week, so I feel like most people know in the gaming sphere. You know, it's been going around on Twitter and YouTube that the game was going to be free. Now, tonight's game here, Path of Exile. I said 4 because I know it was still in development, right? The game is not finished. It's still in development, so I knew I was possibly encountering some glitches, bug, or whatever, some unfinished stuff, which is not what happened at all. I don't think I've noticed anything that kind of looked bad or wrong or unfinished or unpolished. Everything looked exceptionally good, like it was already a released game, and I mean, I think that they are getting pretty much ready to release officially. Like, it's getting close. Like they're just finishing the content that they haven't finished, basically, right? Objectively speaking, I don't know if everybody would say it's a 5, but I say it's definitely over average, and it's like, you know, it's one of the hottest game in the industry right now. No joke, no exaggeration here. If you don't recognize the quality of the experience of Path of Exile, yes, there's no hope for you. Like, you will never know what a good game is if you think it's completely shit. Although I'm sure some people, like, somewhere, somehow, don't like it. I remember talking to somebody about Path of Exile 1, and he was like shitting on the game, and I was like super, like, really surprised. I was like, wow, you must be like the first person I've ever heard talking shit about Path of Exile. Like, really? That's an interesting take, huh? You know, like, wow. Like, I like when people, like, have, like, you know, very I want to say, like, distinctive opinion like that. Like, you're like, okay, like, you're thinking for yourself right there, right? You're not part of the group. And personally, I had, like, an amazing time with the 30 minutes of gameplay that I just had, like the cutscene, the onboarding, selecting my character, the few little powers that I tried. Everything looked really good, like top notch. I had a good time with it. I'm definitely not indifferent. And I would play it if it was free, and I should probably play the first one, before I get to play the second one. But yeah, if anything, that makes me want to reinstall Path of Exile, the original, and I might, showcase it in the next few weeks. Episode 50 or 60 something, you might see Path of Exile, just because it needs to be it needs to be seen and tried and played, because like it's like a cultural thing, right? It's like Skyrim or Mario Brother or Metroid or whatever. Like, if you don't play those games, it's lacking to your culture as a gamer, so to speak. So I'm missing the experience of Path of Exile, you could say. I mean, it's like I said, Even if you don't like Path of Exile, right? Like I don't remember exactly which of the streamer that I do remember. I don't want to, like, you know, talk about other people's take or whatever. It's like whatever. Where was I going with that? Yeah, I was trying to say, like, it's possible that you don't like it, right? But I'm sure you can recognize that the game is fucking high quality, like, for, like, still, like, you can, like, recognize that the game is pretty good. It might not be to your liking. You might not be like, oh yeah, this is for me, but you're like, okay, yeah, I can see what this is, and it's like, okay, right? It's like, this is like a standard. This is like a norm. It's like, once you played Path of Exile 1, 2, whatever, after that, if you play Diablo, or the other way around, if you play Diablo, after playing Diablo, you're going to compare all of the other games to Diablo and use Diablo as your standard. And that's kind of the point I'm trying to make here, is like, Path of Exile is just one of those that it's just a huge name in gaming, and it's like, you kind of need to try it at least to, like, be like, okay, at least I know what it is. I didn't like it. It's not for me, but I know what it is, right? But yeah, I understand your feeling too, because I often do that, like with games, or like, I'm like, oh, I really want to like it, and then you're like, yeah, maybe I had too much expectation or something. I'm kind of like, I have the exact opposite. I don't like it at all. It happens, man. Path of Exile, I didn't even try with a controller. And to save a bit of time, guys, I'll do that offline after the stream. I'll verify if I can play with a controller. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Actually, no, I'm not going to be lazy or whatever. I'll do it now. Let's just be an adult and confront the problems whenever the problems arises, so that you can deal with the problems and move on. Controller, come on, connect. There you go. It says unknown support. We'll find out. I bet it does support it, because, you know, big AAA games like that usually do have controller support of some kind. I don't know if you want to play that game with a controller. I played some ARPG with a controller, and in some cases it was a good experience, but most of the time, especially if, like, you move with the mouse, usually it's not super good on controller. But the one that kind of looks like feels, I want to say, not look, but feel like a twin stick shooter, those are kind of decent on controller. Property controller. Enable with the Steam inputs. Does it work? I should have kept it open, but sometimes, you know, it's better to reset the game. Make sure that there's no conflicts and the actual controller is taking into account. Control and speed, it's slow and cannot do what I want with the control. It's used queer and it's mobile, like, I don't know. I can rebind for now. I want to try. You're not a fan of the controls. That's something that can kill, like, your will to play one of those games. And, you know, what was it? I try to remember what the name of the game was. There was a game like that I played at some point, and the controls, the first time I played with a controller, because it was kind of a twin stick, and after that, the one I played was an actual ARPG, and there was like no way I would play that with a controller. It was really meant to be played with a keyboard and mouse, and it forced me to play with a keyboard and mouse, and at first I didn't want it to. I was like, this is not what I wanted. But then I gave a second chance to the game. It was like one of the best games. It's what is it called? Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn, I don't think it does as controller support, but one of the best ARPG, if not, is it the best? I think it might be the best one I've played. Yeah. Viking was exceptional for me because it was kind of like my first one. So it has a special place in my heart, even though I don't think Viking was good. And I play with a controller. Ooh. We got controller support here, but only if you play with Steam inputs. Okay. So that's solved. We know now it has controller support with Steam inputs. Also ARPG, Diablo, right? It's still my standard, even though I've never played Diablo. Part of me want to change the name just because I've never played Diablo, and it should be Path of Exile, I guess, or even Grim Dawn. In my case, it's going to be Grim Dawn because I have beaten the whole game, and I have like, I don't know, 50 hours or something in Grim Dawn. Let me check. Grim. Come on. Grim Dawn. I have 59 hours, yeah. So like almost 60 hours. The game, complete the game, see? Last I got in January 2025. I finished it. So at the beginning of the year. Amazing game. Like that really made me like ARPG. I was already starting to really appreciate ARPG after playing my first one, Viking, and a few others that were kind of similar, like Cat Quest. Cat Quest is a very rudimentary, kid-friendly ARPG, you could say. But yeah, Grim Dawn is the reason why now I love ARPGs and why I want to play more like Path of Exile, Diablo, and all of that. I want to try them for real and have can forge my own opinion about those games instead of just having the reputation of everybody else telling me you need to play Diablo 2. It's the sure, one day I'll play Diablo 2. But yeah, Grim Dawn is the one I'm comparing everything to. And the one we just played, Path of Exile 2, was very, very good. Let's close a lot. Oh yeah, I almost buy Pilgrims today, but I guess I have it on on Epic. Where's the sheet? There we go. We're back here. Option for controller in the menu, so it should work without Steam. Okay, yeah. I mean, maybe not for menus and shit. Well, yeah, but you have to keep in mind, the reason why I need to use Steam inputs often is because I have a third-party controller. I don't have a Xbox or PlayStation right now. I'm using the Stadia controller. Stadia controller is kind of sometimes considered exactly like it has X input, so it's considered detected as an Xbox controller, and it just works flawlessly. But I want to say like 50% of the time, if not most of the time, it just doesn't. It's like, what is this controller? I don't know. And sometimes it's like super weird, like my joystick, when I press up, it goes left and right instead of up and down. So like when it does that, I know the game does not support the Stadia controller. But yeah. Played briefly, right? Only 30 minutes. That gave me a good feel that the game was really quality, and I will try for real. I have 2 days, right? I have until Mondays, I think. I will try during Saturday and Sunday. I will try to take at least a few hours, sit down, and try to play my character a little bit. Just because I can't play it for free right now, and I want to have an idea of what it feels like, because I don't know if it's ever going to be free. It's supposed to be releasing for free one day with a free-to-play model, but right now it's not free, and I feel like they don't want it to be free. They want to keep it that way for as long as possible and make money, which is fair because you want to make money. Looting game, right? House of the Dead, I said, I don't think I mentioned it, maybe I went pretty fast over for House of the Dead, but House of the Dead was looting because even though it's mostly fighting, you could say, it's about making points, so it's an arcade game, it's about having a high score, So that's why I put looting, iterational, immersive. And the reason why I don't put God, I put immersive, it's because you control directly the cursor. So even though you're not controlling exactly where you go, you're kind of on a rail. You're controlling what matters, right? And it's in real time. It's not like giving order to do this or to do that to your character, or like in a dating FMV where you're like, pick that choice or pick that choice, and then you just watch the consequences of your decision, right? Like in this one, you're actually actively playing, so it's almost a third person, but because it's presented first person, unlike the dating sim that I put as God, this one I put immersive. And also I'm pretty sure you can play more than one player at a time, so that's why I put cooperative, but we set it to hardcore. Now Path of Exile, it's also looting, but it's not the same kind of looting, right? It's looting. When people say looting game, that's what they mean. They don't mean like what I mean, which is like arcade, you know, you accumulating points and score. In this case, it's actual looting. It's like you're looting chests, you're looting corpses or whatever. You're looting to get more loot. The whole point of the game is to get the better loot, and with your better loot, you can equip the equipment or the weapon and deal more damage and be successful, right? So, and emergent, even though I almost put iterational, right? Because Path of Exile, those games, in many ways you could argue are kind of meant to be played more than once. Like you want to play it again and try a different build, right? But let's say we don't try a different build, we just play it to the sake of playing it once. The structure is way more like an emergent type of game, right? It's a game where you do it which way you want, and you go wherever, and you're free to evolve your character, your skill tree, which way you want, and invest your skill point the way you want. So I would say that the framework here is more of an emergent type, and if you want to, you can iterational, right? You can play it again and again and again and try to get better and try to a new build. But I don't think it's necessarily intended, so to speak, or meant as a game that you're gonna play like those other games that are, you know, much more closer to, you know, being like a sport that you can just like master it and get better at it. Following, right? Path of Exile, you're seeing your character from the top and you're following it. Solo, I don't know if you can play with friends, and if you can play, I think you can do some PvP, but I wouldn't say that the game is a PvP game focused on PvP. Maybe we could put shared, right? In the sense that you could see other players. I don't know if you can join them and cooperate, but you can sure do PvP. I don't know if you see other players. That's the thing. I don't know if you see other players for real. So for me, it seems that Path of Exile is a solo experience. Am I crazy to say that? It's a solo experience. Never played Diablo 2. I mean, I did briefly, and it was not a fan. Played 3 and a bit of 4. Yeah, when everybody is done with it, like in 2 years, they're gonna be like, all right, now we finished the game, we're gonna release it, it's gonna be free to play, guys. Finally, release 1.0 version in 2 years. That we're saying that as a joke right now. We're laughing about it, right? But this episode's going on Rumble and YouTube. We're gonna have this archive, and we can laugh later if we were right, bro. We might be right about that, and we can laugh about it, being like, yeah, told you so. Difficulty, I would say hardcore, and the reason why it is hardcore, it's literally because there are modes that are called hardcore, and I know the culture, you could say, of the game is to play the game hardcore. Those games in general, it's a niche type of thing, you could say, in a sense. Like I don't think every gamer would say, oh, I love ARPG. Like it's kind of like there's a certain type of player who really likes ARPG, mostly PC player, right? Because there's barely any ARPG on console, and when there are, it's things that are closer to like a Zelda type of game, that you could call a RPG, or like Skyrim, right? It's not like a top-down isometric randomized, like with the, you know, procedurally generated map, or this one a very huge map with a huge skill tree and stuff. Like, it's not that. But yeah, I would say the game is pretty hardcore, and it's kind of meant to be played hardcore. Like, people like to play it like that, and it's kind of like, it's kind of the experience, right? You're a character, you're in this world, you try to survive, and once you die, it's kind of like, well, I don't have the will to play anymore. I know personally it does that to me when I play Valheim sometimes. Like, I've played the game so much that I've mastered the game, and it like, for me, to have a lot of fun in the game, it needs to be hard. It needs to be super challenging. And if I die, it's like, okay, well, it's not hardcore anymore. Like, I've died. I guess I failed. I'll start over again from the beginning. I'd rather start over from scratch than continue my game after I died. So, yeah. All right, we have two more, guys. We have two more. And I was hoping I would go really fast tonight about these, because, like I said at the beginning of the show, I have two friends streamings, and I'm probably going to miss both stream. And I hope I can actually catch one of them and possibly host one of them. We'll try to do that, but we need to finish our work here, which is those 5 games. We have this play test here, open network test. I still have one invite remaining, so if any of you watching this on YouTube, Rumble, or somehow live here, I don't know how many viewers I have. I don't want to know. If you see on my second screen here, viewers is hidden. I don't want to know, because it stresses me up. I think a lot of like small streamers, when you see like your viewer count go up and then it goes down, you're like, oh no, what did I say? You know, like it's psychological like torture. I don't want to know how many viewers. My point is, if you're interested the game, you could also probably just go on the page, click on join playtest, and get the option like me to join the playtest, play the game, and have 3 invitation to send to your friend. I'm expecting this to be a Mario Kart. I played one of them. I have 2 of them on Steam. I played one of them, and I think when I played it, it was on my Wii U. And I bought the same game on Steam, and I bought another one at some point, because there's, you know, stupid Steam sale for every season, and it's probably one of those season sale or something. And I saw like, ooh, another racing game. I need to stop buying games at like $1 or 50 cents, even though like it's just $1 or 50 cents. Like, I don't have time. I have too many games already. What's the point of buying all those games? Goddamn. Like, I bought 20 games today. What's my problem? When am I ever gonna have the time to play all those 20 stupid games? But like I said many times, the fun sometimes is just to be in the store and find the 90% off hidden gem that you're like, ooh, nobody knows about this game. It looks really good quality, and it's like $1. I don't know what it is about that, but it gives you like a bunch of dopamine. All right, I talked too much. Look at those cars. Graphically, it looks nice. I mean, the game is going to be released next month, so obviously it should look nice, right? It should not look aged like an old Sonic game from 10 years ago. All right, so it's gonna be mostly, I guess, the Sonic universe. I don't know if they have like character from other franchise or if it's just Sonic. Because there's a lot of those where, you know, they bring a bunch of character from other games. Sonic Racing! Oh boy, Grosston. Sonic Racing. Okay, sure. Big hype here. Available, pre-order, available. Okay, yeah. If you like the game, if you like what you're playing, you can pre-order. Logging into network. All right, hopefully it works. I'm happy I didn't have to wait for Path of Exile. Maybe, you know, there was a bit of queuing this afternoon when the game released, but I got lucky tonight. I just logged in. This is a beta version. Some offline and online modes can be played, but specifications and balance may differ from the full version. Please note that some platform features may not function properly and the game may crash. We appreciate your understanding. You've been warned, guys. Show the tutorial. Show. Welcome to the Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Take advantage of the different something. Charge your starting gauge. If you time it into the green area, okay? Use drift. Okay, so it really is like Mario Kart so far. And like Mario Kart, you can accumulate more than one boost. And then, ooh, 3 boosts. Boom. Go even faster by using items. It's definitely a Mario Kart type of game. So, I guess we know what the game is now. We confirm that it is truly a Mario Kart type of game. Do tricks in the air. Ooh, okay. So whatever direction you press is going to do a trick. Okay. Oh yeah, that's like the one I've played in the past. Like you transform into a boat or a jet and you can go into the water or in the air. It was kind of cool actually. I didn't play much of it, neither on PC nor on my Wii U. I remember thinking that it was kind of good, but for some reason I don't know, I just didn't took the time to play it, I guess. I didn't felt like I wanted to play that at the moment, and it just never happened. But I played the one from Nickelodeon recently, and it's amazing. I'm really in love with it. It's my new favorite Mario Kart clone. And I played also the Smurfs. We've played a Smurf also for the benchmark. So those two games, thanks to the benchmark, I discover, and they were actually pretty good. Like the Smurf game is still on Luna, and I feel like I should go back before it rotates out, because I haven't bought it on Steam, right? So I can still play it for free, technically, on Luna. All right, play Grand Prix. Let's go. Welcome, I am Do Don Pa. Now, let's get right to it. Yeah, let's do that. The Grand Prix will now begin. Complete to earn the most total point over 4 rounds of races. There are 7 Grand Prix in total. Aim to win them all. Oh yeah, that's also a good thing from Nickelodeon Kart Racer 2, whatever it's called. The one I played recently on the benchmark that I said like it's my new favorite. There's like 8. I think there was 8 cup, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of content. 8 different cups, pretty good. We got 7 here. That's pretty dope too. Some formidable racers will show up as your rival. Challenge them and emerge victorious. I shall allow a super racer to join the fray if you manage to win against all of your rivals. Okay, a super racer? That sounds like the game's gonna cheat against you. Let the exciting races begin. Ho, ho, ho. Is he the Santa Claus? The Père Noël? What is this? It's a robot. Can we change the car too? I guess we change the car later. We need to choose the... Okay, speed, handling, power, acceleration, speed. Oh boy, no. I mean, Shadow, kind of decent. I don't know Jet. Never heard of Jet nor Wave before. They probably are part of some Sonic franchise somewhere that I've never played. Like, it feels like a character from a GBA game or something. All right, I'm gonna pick Shadow. Okay. Is that the Dark Reaper? That's probably Shadow's car. Look at this shit. It looks like almost like a Batmobile. I want this one, I think. Oh, okay, so these one are for speed. So my character is speed. I probably should take a speed card, right? But, ooh. It's like a hoverboard. Interesting. That's actually kind of cool. Huh. I like the cart, though. The cart are kind of cool. Seems to be a lot of models, too. Ooh, I like that. Handling. Okay, wait. So I have a racer guy, but this car is handling. Can I drive the handling? I mean, I can, apparently, right? Let's just pick this one. If I have speed and handling, that should be a good combo, right? Also, the car looks cool. High speed, normal speed, sonic speed, supersonic speed, mirror sonic speed. Okay. So that looks a lot like Mario Kart structure here, right? This is basically 100cc, 50cc, 150. 200, and this is basically 150 but mirror. Let's go with 100. Rival is Dr. Eggman. There's a bunch of Grand Prix, but only one that's unlocked for now. MT, what is this? Gadget have various effects. Use them to your advantage. That's one of the things that was present in the Nickelodeon Racer 2. Nickelodeon Kart Racer 2. Man, that crazy name, but that game had a bunch of, like, you had like support character or something that they give you a bunch of bonuses. So I'm guessing this is the same similar system here. But we have none. So that's why we cannot equip anything. I guess. Quick charge. Check expert, double boost special, inventory plus. I guess it's just because right now we have none. We're probably gonna unlock, collect them somewhere, somehow, at some point. By playing. Okay. Round 1, E Stadium.
Quite the lineup of competitors, isn't it? Join forces with me again and we'll crush all the opposition.
I don't need your help. You're just one more minor hurdle between me and victory.
Okay. There's rivalry here. They want you to feel the rivalry. Gain speed by using air trick. Okay. And drifting. It's like Mario Kart. I get it. And I guess gas is A, it's not the trigger. Oh wow, my character is very slow or something. What's happening here? Okay. I am not sold yet. I gotta say it might be like the first time I played the kart racing from Nickelodeon. I didn't like because I guess I just made bad choices with the character. I put one that like drive like ass. It was like really hard to take a curve with it, and might be the same thing here. Like I didn't pick the right cart. I was supposed to take speed, and I decided to try. What's the button here for that? Oh. I decided to go with handling. That could have been a bad decision. That's why I'm behind like that the whole time. But it's not completely bad either. Starting to get the hang of it, I think. And to be fair, the controls are very intuitive. If you've played Mario Kart in the past, it's almost the exact same controls. Not sure about the items so far. Some of them are kind of okay, other are kind of lame. At least that's my first impression. I'm not sure what that one does though. Ooh. I don't know what's up with my throat, but it's super dry. Maybe because I talk too much. Alright, we finished second place. Not bad. I guess we're gonna try one more track at least. Because I know I've probably spent a good 10, almost 15 minutes. If not more, but no, I don't want to quit after just one track. Next. Is there like a button or something that I'm supposed to... Oh. No, it's not that. I don't know how to... I don't think we have any items for that, but for some reason the game kind of give us the option anyway to add something there. It's a bit confusing. Okay. Rainbow Garden. Okay, yeah. Move vertically as well as horizontally in flight form. Sure. I guess it's important for them to tell us now. It's gonna be some part where we're gonna fly. We're gonna have to go down or up, right? Oh. Wow. not sure what's happening here with the two different type of lane. Huh. It's weird, I could drift by going in straight. I was not, you know, I was not drifting, but while I was on the boat, I could drift, so to speak. It was weird. Maybe it's a kind of a bug, and it's not intended, and I just find something like you're not supposed to be doing. I don't know. I sure will try again when I get to the water again next time. Unless there's only one lap. I don't know. No, there's 3 laps, it says here. Or if not 3 laps, it's like maybe 3 parts. No, it's a lap. It's a lap. So yeah, when we get to the water, I'll try again. Let's go this way. I don't think it's the way we took last time. Wait, we're first somehow? It's not gonna last. In Mario Kart, if you're first, it's like the worst position to be. Unless it's the end of the race, you don't want to be first. You want to be second or third. So that when the first one gets hit by a blue shell, you can pass them, but... Finished! Alright, we didn't finish first once again. We finished second. But, I think we did well. Our rival finished 5th. And that gives us the first position on the leaderboard here. Yeah, I almost want to keep playing, but, you know... We're working here. We're not here to play games. What am I saying? All I do is playing games. You know what? You understand what I mean, right? We're on a mission here to figure out what are those 5 games and are they any good? And this one is kind of decent. I'll try to play more while I still have access to the playtest called Open Network Test, right? It's just a playtest. I keep also in mind that if you participate in the playtest, it doesn't mean that you will necessarily have access to the full game once it releases. Sometimes, often, it is the case that if you join a playtest, they will kindly give you a copy of the game for free once it releases. Like the playtest becomes an actual game in your library, right? But often, also, it's just a playtest. It's a specific version that you have access to, and at some point the version literally just disappears from your library, and it disappears from Steam entirely because it was just a playtest. So, what is it? Is it any good? It might be super top quality in a 5 out of 5, but my first impression was not that. So let's do this here while we're at it. Traveling, iterational, following, competitive, and I would say balance, right? There was difficulty settings, but it's closer to be challenging because even when you choose your difficulty settings, right? It's a Mario Kart game, so there's going to be rubber banding. There's going to be the feeling that the computer cheats and just hits you right before the end, and you can never really finish first, and it's going to be frustrating at times. But if you like Mario Kart type of racing, and you can deal with the fact that it's gonna be like that, right? It's gonna be random, and the better you do, the more likely you're gonna get fucked by the game. Like, if you're fine with this, you're gonna have a good time, and it's gonna be a fairly balanced experience. But the better you are at those games, it can become frustrating at times. Like, it truly is. Like, I played Mario Kart so much. I played Mario Kart since the SNES. It's one of, I think I received that for my birthday when I was like 16 or whatever. Like, I don't remember which birthday exactly, but one of my teenage years birthday, I received Mario Kart for my birthday, I'm pretty sure. And it's one of my favorite game of all time, Mario Kart on SNES. And all of the other ones after that, like, you know, they are challenging because you have that rubber bending, because you have those, you know, kind of unfair mechanics that the better you perform, the most likely you are to get hit. But you can still succeed. You can still win if you play enough, and eventually you get to understand what to do. Like, you can both get lucky and not get hit even though you're first place, right? Sometimes it's gonna happen. You're gonna be able to stay in first position for a while. But also you figure out how to position yourself and get the right items so that you can actually just be the one nuking the first position at the end and actually beating them by a few seconds. Now, let's go back to this part here. Controller, I think it just worked. Property. Set by developer. Okay, the developer actually put the Steam inputs, so we don't know. Let's verify. Let's verify if, against the developer's wish and will, we use the default. No, not the default. We disable it. Disable per game override. I am the one deciding to disable it. Does it still work with full controller support? My guess is that it will, but it might not. It might not. We'll see. And now we have both music and the game, but I'm not gonna play the game for long, so hopefully you guys can tolerate the overlap. Come on. Actually, no. Disabling it might actually disable the controller. Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, it does. So that's why they decided to. There is no full controller support as of yet. As of now, you know, August 29th, 2025, as I'm doing this review, so to speak, first impression of it. It has Steam inputs enabled by the developer because it is not yet full controller support. Maybe on release in a month, it might have it. I might have to change that and be like, oh yeah, whatever controller you have, it just works. But that's the states of things at the moment. Racing Mario Kart, I think it's fair. Oh, am I indifferent or am I not indifferent? It's close to be indifference, if I'm being honest. I don't know what it is about the Sonic Mario Kart games, but I want to say they're not fun. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know if you noticed, but we were playing on like basically the normal difficulty, and it felt super fucking slow. Right? I don't know about you guys, but I personally felt like it was going slow, like I was playing 50cc in Mario Kart. And that was supposed to be the normal speed, like what would be 100cc in Mario Kart. And it was super, super slow. The controls and everything, maybe it's just because I'm not used, and maybe I'm unlucky, like when I did the Nickelodeon kart racing. Where was it? Is it been that long? It's not been that long, bro. I just skip it somehow. Nickelodeon, where is it? Nickelodeon, it starts with an N. Hello? Nickelodeon, here. When I did that, now I forgot my thoughts, where I was going with it. Oh yeah, I got very unlucky. I picked I bought the game because I wanted to play with the Ninja Turtles. I picked one of the Ninja Turtles as my character, and it was like one of the most horrible character to like try to control. It controlled like ass. It was like a fucking brick. It had like the hardest time to turn. It was bad. So it gave me a very bad first impression of like how well the game can control when you drift and when you do tricks, and like, you know, I was like, yeah, if all the cards control like that, it's not going to be a fun racing game. But turned out I was wrong. So it could be the exact same thing here. I was just unlucky in the past with whatever character I picked in the prior Sonic racing game, and this Sonic racing game again, I'm just unlucky. But that's my first impression, and I have to be honest with you guys, my first impression, and it's not that great. I give it a 3, and a solid 3. It almost deserves a 4, and some of you might argue with me in the comment eventually that it's a 4, not a 3, maybe not a 5, but at least a 4. I don't know. To me, it was just not fun. It's the fun factor. The fact that this is the third time, at the very least, it's the third time that I'm playing a Sonic Mario Kart racing game, and I'm still not hooked. Third attempt. The first 2 times was the same game, but I didn't like it. I didn't play it more, and now I'm playing this new one that's gonna be released in 1 month, and I'm like, I'm gonna try to play more during the weekend, like Path of Exile. I'm gonna try to keep it installed and try to play it just to like, because I'm curious and I like racing games, right? I want to give it a fair chance, and also because I had a really good time with Nickelodeon. Where is it? Episode 41 with this one here. Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix Nickelodeon. It was so good that I want to give this one another chance. Maybe it's going to be as good. Who knows? I mean, I had a good time with the Smurf, and I had a good time with Nickelodeon. So maybe Sonic Racing could also be fun. I'll have to give it sometimes. But my first impression is really what I'm giving it objectively, and that's why I hate that sometimes how I'm, you know, I feel like I'm not being objective. Yeah, maybe it's 3.5, almost 4, because it felt good quality, but at the same time, no matter how polished you put on a third is still a third, right? That's the expression. So like, it's beautiful, it's Sonic, but is it fun? I have my doubts. But it's not completely horrible, and I'll give it a chance. And yeah, you know what? After all that blah blah, I'll leave this here with nothing, no heart. Okay, I might change it. I might add a heart. I might be like, oh, actually, you know what? I was wrong, like the Nickelodeon thing, and I like it. But my first impression is like, I don't think I'm gonna buy it. Like, if they give it to me for free because I participated in the test, cool. But I'm not sold right now. After that first impression, I'm like, maybe I need to play more. Maybe I'll be more convinced with more time with the game. Now, this is almost like the reason why we're having a show tonight. Because I bought this game today. I could have, just played it by myself. I didn't need to make an episode and featured it. But I don't know. This game looks cool. I don't know for sure that they are 3 sisters, but I think that they are three sisters, or at least three close friends or something. And this is gonna be one of those FMV dating FMV. I don't know if the story is gonna be super good or what, but it intrigued me because it looked different from a lot of those FMV that I've been playing. A lot of time you have like 5, 6, even 8 girls, and I have like so many girls, you have too many choices or whatever, and it's like, okay, cool. But this one, I like the simplicity, the idea that, I don't know, like you've been friends with them since childhood or something, and it's like you have 3 of those girls, and you know, maybe there's a complicated relationship, some sort of love triangle or square in this case, because it's like 3, 4. It's not a triangle, but yeah, I don't know. I like the dynamic. The girl look also kind of different because they're a bit more chunky. They have a little bit more, you know. They're not super tiny, slim models like always. So that's also one thing that appeals to me. So like the originality of the title as a whole was like, okay, this one, because I've played a lot of them. I'm technically still playing All Love Is All Around because I haven't beaten it. It's still installed. I want to finish it, but man, it's frustrating at times. All right, so this one, is it any good, and is it what we expect? Because it could be a different type of game. Sometimes we, you know, we get fooled thinking that it's a dating FMV, but it's not. Trilogy of the Moon. Sukwan. Sowan. And Swinge. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that like I'm butchering their name. I'm sorry, guys. All right, cool presentation. I like the intro. Pretty cool. Looks quality. It looks like ooh. Oof. That's right there. The whole cooking scene with the little cooking thing and then the Christmas stuff, whatever. I was like, I want to play this. All right. No. Why is the first option? Why is the first option exit, not play? What the fuck? I was so excited to play the game, I clicked exit instead of play. Okay. Start, it's right there. I'm just blind apparently. It's a big button. All right. I'm scared because I have you know, expectations, so to speak. Like I want it to be good, so I hope I'm not too disappointed. Basically, war never betrays. Oops. Well, I'm gonna say this is like different than what I was expecting. Like, looks like a different game. The story might be more than what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was just gonna be like us living in cohabitating with like 3 chicks. But it looks like there's gonna be more story to it. Some sort of like mystical whatever. 27 years old photographer. So that's our character. Somebody is ringing. They really want to get in. Maybe it's a psycho or it's supposed to be our best friend or something. I didn't order anything. Okay, I guess it's not a friend. So it's the middle of the night.
주소 여기 맞아요?
하도우 씨 아니세요?
아니에요. 잠깐. 하도우요? 하동훈이 아니고 하도우?
예, 하도우. 아, 여기 봐요. 딱 적혀 있구만. 하도우.
이 이름으로 나한테 택배 보낼 만한 사람이 없는데?
아저씨, 뭘 계속 중얼거리고 있어요. 빨리 사인이나 해줘요. 진짜 바빠 죽겠구만.
Okay, I like the fact that it's very different, right? That's why I bought it, and the story so far is already kind of really special.
하도우면 전생에 내 이름인데. 도대체 누가 뭘 보낸 거야?
For real, like that's an intriguing story already. I was not expecting that. Expecting something very simple. Yeah, good translation. Maybe it's just like a double of this, right? Fourth King of Barren Kingdom. Hadau. Do I don't know. That's the name of our character in our dream or something. Conqueror who bought golden prosperity. Incarnated 1,000 years later as Hadong. Okay. So like we have like the lore here a bit. Okay. What's in the box?
이게 뭐야?
Some sort of magical thing. What the hell? Wow, it's truly a special story, huh? Oh yeah. Show me the breaths. Okay, so a portal opens in your living room and 3 hot girls come out of it. That's the story?
당신들 누구세요?
Who are you? Hey Injo, Soan, concubine of commoner origin with an assertive mindset. I don't know, I like her a lot. She's also cute. Gwyn, concubine of noble origin with a conservative mindset. Ooh, conservative mindset, you say? I don't know what those means because they didn't translate those for some reason, but cool. This is Korean, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Korean. I saw one today that was like a Turkish one. I almost bought it because it was like $6, but I was like, looks like a bit too like unserious, like a bit too casual or whatever. Like I was like, I don't know. Maybe one day when I just want to have a good laugh, I'll go for that one. But and also the girls were not super hot, so like. If all the girls would have been super hot and it would have been Turkish, so like it would have been different, maybe I would have bought it. But the fact that the girls were not super duper attractive, I was like, maybe, but not now. Alright, progress. We examine all of the girls.
당신들 누구세요?
A male outsider. Doesn't he have a beard?
하긴 궁에 외간 남자가 들어올 리가. 잠깐. 너 다시 말해보거라.
나?
목소리가 한가 목소리가 없는데.
이건 설마 내 후궁들? 혹시 바람국 출신이에요? 하도우라는 왕이 다스리는.
함부로 전하의 존함을 그 입에 담지 말거라.
맞잖아. 하도우의 후궁들.
Okay.
왜 여기에?
말로 해서는 안 되는 자로구나.
잠깐.
Ooh.
진짜 아파하네. 역시 황관은 아니네.
Okay, so basically, if I understand the story, our character is basically like the reincarnation of some warlord or something, and he used to have 3 wives, and the 3 wives just spawn inside your living room right now, because I guess you are probably like the reincarnation of the guy or some shit, like, you know, a descendant or something. So like you have this memory of like knowing them, but they have no clue who you are and where they are right now, I bet. So that could be like where the story is gonna go. I don't know. Reveal your identity. It hurts too much. Recover from the pain first. Wow, they couldn't just like put that option like a bigger box or something. Yeah, it hurts too much. Let's just say that for now.
황관도 아닌 남자랑 대항구 자체로도 책임 물을지도 몰라.
그렇다면 죽일 수밖에.
We have no choice but to kill him. Kill what?
나을까요?
아이씨. 내 얼굴 좀 봐봐. 나 누군지 모르겠어?
그래. 저 주둥이부터 막자.
Let's gag that mouth first.
내 얼굴 잘 봐봐. 내가 당신들 지압이 하도우잖아. 아, 수염이 없어서 그렇구나. 수염이 있다고 생각해봐. 수염.
Because you don't have the beard.
닮은 것 같기도 하고.
닮은 것 같은 게 아니라 나 맞다고.
아, 됐어. 저 간악한 자의 말에 노란하지 말거라.
아니, 얼굴 한번 봐봐요. 뭔가 닮은 것 같기도 하고.
너희들 모두 이 일을 후회하게 될 것이다.
She's like, I'm not being fooled. That's not my husband.
이 밤에 그 목청을 어딜 간다고. 어?
아, 같이 가요. 아씨, 맞는 것 같은데.
Not you two. Alright, we just lost them. They're in the wild. The story is like nothing even close to what I imagined when I bought the game. It's completely out there.
뭐야? 어디서 나는 소리야?
I think I heard it on the right.
야, 뒤져서 나오면 10원에 한 대씩이다.
무서워요. 한 번만 봐주세요.
무서워. 울바이 콱.
어우, 씨발 뭐야?
Yeah, what the hell?
저 괜찮으세요?
마마, 괜찮으십니까?
아, 뭐야? 넘어졌어?
어디 감히?
죄송한데 혹시 뭐 찍으세요? 사극 같은 건가?
그런 거 아니에요. 가던 길 가요.
싸가지 없는 새끼. 진짜.
Scram, loser.
사람들 옷차림도 머리 모양도. 뭘 봐 이 콱.
아, 진짜. 이밤에 그 목청을 어딜 간다고.
아, 됐어. 저 간악한 자의 말에 노란하지 말거라. 아니, 얼굴 좀 봐봐. 나 누군지 모르겠어.
맞죠? 여기 저승. 우리 다 죽은 거네.
We must be all dead.
진짜요? 그럼 여기 저승?
I get kind of. We're the future, babes. We're in modern times. It's not it.
이 검. 내 후궁들이라면 이게 뭔지 알겠지?
후왕화궁 몽연검?
Now that's more like it.
일어나. 괜찮으니까.
제가 어찌?
Damn, the camera, huh?
감사합니다. 정말.
That's some fan services right there.
여긴 여러분들이 살고 있던 시간에서 천년의 세월이 흐른 곳이야. 혹시 여기 오기 전에 이상한 일은 없었어?
아, 저는 잃어버린 물건을 찾던 와중에 문이 보여서 넘어봤더니 이곳이었어요.
저도 장신구 하나가 보이지 않아 찾던 중 동그란 문을 보았습니다.
A round door.
저도 뭘 찾다가 여기로.
찾던 물건들이 혹시 이것들이야?
네.
이 물건들이 무슨 관련이 있을까? 난 너희들이 이곳에 건너오기 전에 이 물건이 들어있는 택배를 받았거든.
그럼 저희 물건이 다시 그 문을 열어주는 열쇠가 아닐까요?
I will agree with her, actually.
맞아. 그럴 가능성도
That's a
있지.
possibility.
근데 이걸 어떻게 써야 되는 거야?
그러게요.
분명 관련은 있어 보이는데 방법을 모르겠네. 일단 방법을 알아내기 전까지는 여기서 지내도록 하자. 다른 곳을 갈 수 있는 것도 아니잖아.
But the question
당분간 여기 있으려면 옷부터 갈아입자.
I have is like, besides that like little dream or whatever we had at the beginning of the story, like at the beginning of the game, how does our character knows like that he used to be some sort of like war king, whatever? Like, I'm not sure. Like, it's really confusing. I mean, of course, there's a bit of mystery, and not everything is explained at the beginning, right? But I don't know. Like, how does our character knows who he is? Like, what was he doing before that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, I'll play just a little bit more because I've already been streaming for almost 3 hours now, right? So we should get close to the end of the show. But I think we know what it is, and I have a very good first impression so far, honestly. The story is really not what I was expecting, okay? My expectation, when I look at the the game on the store page, it looked like, you grew up with like those 3 girls next door or something, and you live with them or some shit, like for whatever reason, and you're gonna have to pick one of them or all of them or whatever it is, like that's gonna be the game, right? It's not that at all. It's completely fantastic. Like, it's wow. It's actually really cool. I personally really liked it. I can't wait to see where this is going, actually. I just want to maybe like get to like the end of the chapter 1, or get to a point where, it's good, like a good play to let go, but yeah, it's
사람들
good.
보기에도 그렇고 딱 보기에도 불편해 보여.
진짜요? 저희도 여기 옷 입어볼 수 있는 거예요? 꼭
Sure.
필요가 있을까 싶습니다만.
지금 전할명을 거역하시겠다는 거예요?
Don't defy His Majesty's order.
그게
That's
아니라.
that's not what I.
빨리 보여주세요. 빨리 갈아입고 싶습니다.
Also, the dynamic of like those girls are all your wives. You know, they're all your concubine, whatever they're called. They're all your like wives, like your His Majesty and stuff. Like the whole dynamic, it's gonna be pretty cool. I honestly can't wait to like play more. Actually, I'm just gonna stop here, and wrap it up. How long have we played? Yeah, we played almost 20 minutes, so I think we've showcased it enough. You guys had a good spoiler, so to speak. Well, you know, without too much spoil, actually. A good teaser is a proper word I was looking for, a good teaser. So if it's something that you're into, guys, you might be, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Intrigued, I guess. But yeah, Trilogy of the Moon, I put 3 because sometimes it's very good or very bad with those games. It's you know, it's almost never like midway like this 3, but I didn't want to have too much expectation because I couldn't help but have expectation. Because it looks so unique compared to other ones that I've seen in the past where, like I said, there's like 6-8 character. This one seems to focus on only 3. I thought they were sister, but clearly they're not. Well, I say they're not. I don't know. They kind of look alike a lot, so they might still be sisters in some ways. I don't know. But what I'm saying is like the story really is unique, right? It's really original. Production wise, the game looks like it's very well produced. It, you know, high quality game like most of the one that I've played recently. Besides a few ones that like the UI or the acting was kind of like so-so, most of them were like 4 or 5 stars worth. You know, they were pretty good. And this one, objectively speaking, I don't know if it's a 5, but it feels like a 5. For me, it sure is a 5. Like, I am sold. I want to keep playing. I want to see more. I really want to know where the story is going to go. And like I said, I like the whole premise of like it being different. What I've seen now that I played for 20 minutes of the story, it's really cool, right? And I still think that the 3 chicks are pretty hot too, so that's also like I think that's always good in those games. Like, you know, you don't want to have like 6 girls or 8 girls, but none of them are appealing, like, right? That would kind of like ruin the idea. Yeah, I don't know if it's a 5. I kind of want to give it a 5, but I feel like I'm often too generous. I want to give it a 5, honestly. It has everything that I could want from it. It's very original. It's well made. It works well. It's like nothing to complain here, honestly. Yeah. Maybe if I play more, I will end up being disappointed, you know, because I had so much expectation and everything. So maybe it's gonna go back to 4. Maybe I'll realize that there's some really huge problem with the game, or like love is all around. Maybe it's hard to actually progress. But the reason why I want to give it a 5, and I'm kind of confident in it being a 5, I remember in the store, I'll go check just to, you know, have this backing up what I say. It says here, create your own narrative through meaningful choices. Discover multiple endings based on your decision. And it's one of the reasons why I put that in my cart, and I really wanted to play that one specifically of all the possible games I could have bought today. It's the idea that I'm not going to be, hopefully, not going to be limited to like, oh, if you didn't answer that, you cannot get an ending now. It's like, hey man, I just want to play the game, and next time I'll make different choices, okay? This time I picked that girl. I want to try to end up with that girl. Next time I might try that girl, right? Or try to focus on that girl. But I like games where like that, where you are actually free. The first one that we've played, and we played it on stream and everything, but we still haven't showcased it feature it on the benchmark. So I guess in the near future I'll have to do a full episode with 5 of those dating FMV, and we're gonna have to showcase what 5 hearts under one roof is. But yeah, 5 heart under one roof. Love is all around. And there was that one that Billy gave me that I played recently also. Where is it? Shit. Where's the dating FMV? Where are they? Wait, if I just put like that dating FMV here. I've fallen for you. I've fallen for you. I've been super lucky. I feel like I just got lucky and I managed to get through it, but it felt like that one was also gated, like Life is All Around and like 5 heart under one roof, where if you don't have enough affection, if you haven't made the right choice, if you don't like perfect your path and make sure that you do everything correctly, so to speak, you're not gonna get the ending, which is a bit frustrating. So yeah, I prefer when it's not the case, and I think this one is one of those. I hope. I hope I didn't jinx it by thinking, and you know. Oh, one thing I need to check real quick is oops. Here it goes in there. This one we haven't tried with a controller. Sometimes those games are playable with controller. Could very well work with a controller here. Controller not supported, so I'm not expecting it to work, but it could still work with Steam input. Let's see. It doesn't look like it's gonna work because they say it's not supported. I will change it here. Controller. Steam enable. And with the Steam inputs, I can control like if I had a mouse, so that's the workaround. So you can play the game with the Steam inputs, but it doesn't support controller. Not by default. Where's my chart? Where's my chart? Steam inputs. Blue. Also, yeah, dating FMV for sure. 5 heart under one roof. Every time I buy one of those and I try one of those, I'm always scared that it's gonna be like an actual kind of like movie instead of being like an FMV. Meaning like it's not going to be like about dating, even though it was a bunch of girls on the cover. Which I have nothing against. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you expect one thing and you get something else. It's kind of like disappointed, right? You're sitting down thinking, oh, I'm going to play a first-person shooter, and it turns out to be a walking sim, and you're like, where's the shooting here? I want to shoot stuff. So, traveling, right? It's about, like, making choices. It's a story being told to you. It's just you getting from point A to point B, which point B, it's like there would be one of the ending with one of the girl and credit roll. It's irrational. It's meant to be played more than once, so you can try your luck and fall in love with another girl next time. And also, just like those games in general are kind of meant so that, you know, it's kind of like a movie in some ways as well. So it's kind of like next time you watch the movie, you can have a different, you know, experience. So it by nature, I always gonna put it irrational for those. God perspective, because even though it's first person view, you do not directly control your character. You're indirectly controlling. You're giving orders. You're selecting a choice and seeing the result of your choice, but you're not actually controlling your character. Like you could say that you have a visual avatar, so to speak. Like you have a character in the game, but you're not controlling that character. You're not controlling that avatar. Solo, and very casual, right? Especially if that one does not require you to do the perfect playthrough to get that perfect ending. Otherwise, you're cock blocked. I hate when that happens. Especially like right now, I can kind of like talk about it and rage about it just because I've been playing one of those that's just impossible to finish, and it's really frustrating because I have like 8 hours in it or something. I don't know. How much time have I spent in it? Yeah, almost 8 hours, and I still cannot beat the game, even though I quote unquote did everything. Like I should be able to get at least an ending, but no ending. All right, guys. Oh yeah, wait. There's one last thing. Very important, right? Hey, wait a second. What happened yesterday? I didn't put the... I did. What happened with the... It was Forgotten City. I gave it to Forgotten City, right? Am I crazy? I'll have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure I gave it to Forgotten City yesterday. But yeah, of all the games we've played tonight, we've played 5 games. Was there any of them that really distinguish itself that's like, wow, I want to play this, I really want to finish this? I want to say there's almost 2, in the sense that House of the Dead Remake is not far behind. Like, I really want to play it for real. I really want to keep playing it and I'll hopefully beat it. But I wouldn't say it's like a perfect 5 out of star and everything. And the rating is, see, I give 3 and 4. So it didn't hook to me as much as Trilogy of the Moon did. And Trilogy of the Moon, it often happened that when I do these, like on Fridays, right, we have a dating FMV, but it doesn't always win. See, Azaran won that time. I try to see if there's a be in love with the love. See, it didn't win. So the dating FMV doesn't always win. It doesn't, just because I like those games, and I literally made that 5-game lineup because I wanted to play this one specifically. It doesn't, always work that way, but it turned out that it truly was even better than expected. At least that 21st minute really surprised me, really hooked me, and I'm like, wow, I'm really happy of my choice. I got lucky, and I hope I'm not jinxing myself by saying that. We'll see when I play more of the game, but yeah, so far this one is pretty cool, guys. I'm really happy with it. All right, guys, let me check real quick here. I'm gonna have to try to do something a bit different here. Where is it? Because usually you don't see that monitor, but now you see it. Full cam. Boom. Oh, I don't want to see myself. My god, my hair was that bad the whole time. Like, I have like a... I don't know what this is, but this looks fucking bad. All right, let's see here. Who is streaming? Is there anyone? Not on my list, but let me check my Discord real quick. A friend that you guys might know, Sansato, was streaming tonight, but not on his channel per se. He was streaming here. Is he still here? Are they still... He's still streaming. Nice. Perfect. Okay, guys. I'm gonna raid somebody that I don't know, but he's a friend of a friend, so that's cool. And I'm done with this. Where's my chat? Here. Raid. There you go. So as always, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for watching. I've always really appreciate it, and I hope you had a good time. I wish you have an amazing rest of your day. You take care. Hopefully we see each other pretty soon. Until then, I'm gonna give you in the good hands of Sansato Kuro and his friend Mr. Fafoon. And yeah, Life is super short, guys. Make the most out of it. Remember that, for real, it's a gift. While you still have it, make the most out of it. And one of the things you can do is be that change you want to see in our world. Nobody else can be that change. And who knows? Maybe that's the reason we're all here, noticing something that's fucked up in our world and actually do something about it. Who knows? I'm just saying. I love you guys. You take care. See you soon, all right? Bye-bye.